I was going to come in with one of our fake conversations, and I froze.
No, I was like, is he gonna say something? Because I don't like stepping on you when you're doing that. Because because I think the same thing. But it's always funny when we do that too.
It is, and believe it or not, guys, that is entirely spontaneous, and that's what happens when you do things spontaneously. Sometimes there's nothing left in the well. The fuel tank is empty,
right? Or you just like. You had an idea and then it spaces out as soon as you see the red light for live. That's so frustrating.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Monkey in the Morning. I'm Monk. He's Jack. Say hi, Jack.
Hi, everybody.
Jack, how the hell you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm all right. Sinuses are flaring up real bad, so I got that sick smell where you can only smell the one thing.
Yeah, I get you.
Snot.
I'm actually well. I had a good anniversary with my wife, and yeah, it was good. I do want to say one thing before we get started. I need to dispel a notion out there. I throughout my years, as I've been married longer and longer, you end up having people come to you and go, "What's the secret? What's the secret to?" And everybody has a secret, right? Everybody's like, "Oh, it's don't go to bed mad," or give her whatever she wants so she won't bitch.
Yeah, total submission. Yeah.
You know what the real secret is?
Finding somebody you don't want to murder.
There's no fucking secret. That's the secret.
I don't know. I read that book and it sounded like if you just focused hard enough, you could manifest stuff. That's the secret. I think that's what they're always asking you is, what's the secret? They want to know if you read that stupid fucking book.
Carrie says, it's my birthday. I hate it. Well, let me make it, Carrier. Let me make it a little better, Carrier. I'm going to sing to you now. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Carrier. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hope you have a good one. I really, really do. Embrace your birthday. It's a good day. It's the day people tell you they're happy you're alive, unless you have really shitty parents. Anyway, no, everybody wants the secret to a long-lasting relationship, and you can't have a secret when you're dealing with the variety that is humanity. Like what works for me and Lady Monkey would not work. Some people, if they were married to my wife and she made those jokes to them, they would cry in a corner all day and think she hates them. The secret is you have to work at it. There's no fucking secret. It's just like the secret to getting rich. There's no fucking secret.
Yeah, sometimes you get lucky, but most of the time it's hard work, dedication, and perseverance.
Yeah.
Which are all kind of the same thing. It's Matt Barnes' birthday, too.
Matt, thank you so much for the donation. Couldn't get Streamlabs to work. So doing it here today. I am 50, which means there are no MILFs, only women my age now. There's still MILFs. What do you mean there's no MILFs? They exist. That M is just mother.
Yeah, that means standards are lowered because she needs a stepdad. So she's more willing to compromise, and they tend to put out faster, especially if they're newly divorced.
But Matt, this one's yours, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Matt Barnes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Matt. Hope you have a good one, my friend. Don't give up on MILFs. Women have children that makes them the mom. You can still want to bang them.
Yeah, you can target like the 35 to 50 demographic. I tend to skew toward the younger ones because wrinkles are icky. So, yeah, man, don't give up hope just because you're old. Just
do you think
you're rich.
The writer of American, that was American Pie, right? Do you think they knew the cultural impact that movie would have?
The guy fucking the pie?
No, the MILF comes from there. That's where it really blows up in popularity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'd heard the term before that, but probably not, because stuff like that you can't predict.
Yeah, that guy's actually from Michigan, and that's written about a high school in Michigan.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie in ages.
So. Yeah, it's what is it, East Grand Rapids High or something like that is based on.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyway, Jack, we're here today. Our title's kind of a work.
Yeah, because it sounds like that. I mean, the way you worded that, Disney's boy struggles. It sounds like they're absconding with young men and they're trying to escape.
Well,
like
there's like Disney
12-year-old boys trying to break out of like Magic Mountain, and a giant Mickey Mouse chasing them.
It is Disney, so we're not real far off on that.
Sadly,
but no, this is an article that I saw Disparu talk about it midweek or so. Well. Yeah, midweek last week.
People talking about it.
And he goes into a lot more that makes him talking about it in the way that he did actually accurate. But most people who have been talking about this haven't actually read the article or don't seem to have read the article.
Yeah, it really does seem that way.
And it looks like they read the headline, which says, Disney's Boy Trouble. Studio seeks original IP to win back Gen Z men amid Marvel Lucasfilm struggles. And if you read the article, they actually go to great lengths to say that, hey, Disney really hasn't lost much. It's just lost people, or it's lost men who were interested in specifically those two properties, Marvel and Lucasfilms.
Oh, you mean
Star Wars, for those who are like Lucasfilms. Yeah.
Oh, and Indiana Jones.
And Indiana Jones. Yes, true.
Yeah, so you're talking about like the majority of the demographic for those properties. It's not much. It's just the target audience.
And what they're looking for is IPs to replace those. Basically, they're still going to hang on to those IPs and use them from time to time. But they want that enthusiastic audience who's like, oh, this new property, something else that they can milk and then eventually turn into feminist shit.
Yeah, what that is very similar to like a bait and switch. Like they want to trick you into coming in, and then they're going to turn it all feministy in the second or third movie.
Now, I've seen a couple of videos on this, and while I do think the people did not actually pay attention to this article, it doesn't mean the rest of what they said is untrue. The reason that they need something to replace Marvel and Lucas is because of what they've done to Marvel and Lucas.
Yep.
They have completely feminized the brands. The writing is atrocious. What little they can get done, Jack, is so bad. Look, The Acolyte didn't suck just because it's a horrible premise. Have you seen the acting in that thing?
Oh, it's atrocious.
Have you seen that? Did you see the? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you there.
No, you're good.
But the big lightsaber battle that was supposed to be really cool.
Yeah.
And it's just some lights banging against each other in the dark because they couldn't bother getting real choreography and real effects. It looked like trash.
It showed in every element of that series that they were cutting corners, trying to either save money or they didn't want to hire the right people to do it. So the acting is atrocious. The stories make almost no sense. And the choreography is garbage. The cinematography is okay, but even that looks like a film student was doing it. Everything about it looked like amateur hour with shitty fan film work. I have seen better YouTube fan films than The Acolyte. Better written, better acted, and with better fight scenes and better camera work. Everything about that show was just shit. It's got a veneer of Star Wars. It looked like somebody found the props department unlocked and shot a TV show on the back lot when no one was looking over the course of like 3 weekends.
Kind of playing fast and loose with the word acting there, ain't you? Yeah, kind of. That's a valid point.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just really sick of this shit.
No, you're right.
It's so tiresome. Like they want to blame everybody but themselves, and there's no one to blame but themselves. They have ruined these franchises for a generation. It's pathetic.
I was thinking, because they talk in here about how Lilo and Stitch, the live action, did very well and actually beat expectations. And except for the ending, have we talked about the ending of that on stream?
I don't think we talked about it on stream because when we did talk about it, the movie had just come out.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. So they changed the ending of the movie where Lilo ends up going off with CPS, which is fucking weird. I don't know why they would do that. Okay, sure, whatever.
Because they want to disappoint children, basically.
They just want to beat kids up and be like, they're going to take you away from your family. It's the Disney thing where you can't have parents, right? I mean, fuck.
Right? Yeah, nobody's allowed to have a happy family in Disney anymore.
But Disney's wins lately have been their live action movies. And it's the live action adaptations of franchises that a lot of these people who go see it grew up with.
Yeah, I think I figured out why that is too.
Why is that?
They saw how badly like Beauty and the Beast did. And what was the other one around that time? They Cinderella or some shit. I don't even fucking remember. But they done so badly that Disney just sort of wrote it off. They're like, yeah, we're going to keep doing these, but we're not really going to talk about them or advertise them. So we'll just let the filmographers do whatever. And they're not getting the oversight from the feminist weirdos that run Disney now, have been having with these major blockbuster franchises that are supposed to make $1 billion.
I thought the Beauty and the Beast live action did good.
It didn't do as good as they thought they were going to do. So, I know it was disappointing. I remember reading about that.
I don't mean to correct you, but yeah, it made 1.7 billion worldwide.
Yeah, but not domestically.
Domestically, yeah, 500 million domestically.
Yeah, that's for them at the time. That's a flop because you're making all that money from like the Marvel movies. That's how much money did it cost to make that?
I believe that one was like 200 million. My only point there is that a lot of these, where it's like the live action ones, I remember a lot of controversy, especially around that one because it had the first gay character because they made Gaston's little hanger-on clearly gay.
Yeah.
But it as far as making money for the studio, it did well, and so did Aladdin and Lion King, and then they did The Little Mermaid.
Yeah, that one shit the bed hard. I know they did a live action Cinderella. I just don't remember.
They've done
that wasn't Disney. I don't know.
They've done a couple because they did one with Brandy, which, if I remember correctly, did well. And then they did another one, and I forget who was in that one, that I didn't even realize they had done until years later when I saw people talking about it.
Yeah.
Saffron, thank you. The most we can do is, I think is that from yesterday? What did it? Yeah, it's yesterday's. I swear I heard a ding. Was that on this? Oh, yes, it was. God Rady.
Probably my machine.
No, it was God Rady. Thank you so much. My GMA on my father's side, grandma on my father's side, would say the thing to keep marriage going was anal. Opa would walk in weird and say, I don't know about that. Both were joking. Wow, your grandpa and grandma made anal jokes?
That's a little fucked up. I'm not going to lie.
It's funny, though.
Yeah.
It's funny.
A lot of the younger people in the audience may have grandparents that are a lot younger than ours were. So
I am much younger than my grandparents, and chronologically, I'm not that far off from being able to be a great grandpa.
Yeah.
If Little Butt has a child when she's 20, I'm only going to be 60.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. So I was 40 when she was born. So I could live to be a great grandpa if I just hit 80 and one of the grandkids has a baby by the time they're 20. Just saying. Anyway, back to our thing here. The live action ones did well for them until they started going grossly off script. The Mulan one, it wasn't even that they filmed in China. They didn't do it based on on the cartoon, which was what the draw was to the name Mulan for Disney.
Yeah. Well, they had to appease they were trying to play that one for the Chinese audience.
Sure.
The Chinese audience doesn't give a shit about that stuff.
You look at all of the live actions that they've done, whether it's not Beauty and the Beast, which by the way did deviate some, but still stayed close enough. But Snow White and Little Mermaid and Mulan, and like, you know what? Let's take this beloved thing and change it. It's literally the same thing they've done with Star Wars and all this other stuff, except for in those cases they're doing it to the girl audience.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's white people. There's black mermaids. Sure, have black mermaids, but not Ariel.
Yeah. Well, how does the sun get down there? Because how do you have melanin? I mean, they should all be alabaster.
Hey, maybe she stays right below the surface at all times.
I guess.
I'm just saying. You can get burned underwater. It's happened to me many times in my life. Now, you don't burn your feet because you're down far enough. She'd have to be like right under the water line. But they keep taking properties that work and going, I know, let's fucking change it into something retarded.
Oh, they got to fix it because there's too much patriarchy or Disney's so white or whatever. Yeah. They think they're improving on it, and really they're just making it very unloved by everybody.
Well, if you look back to what I consider to be the golden age of Disney, it kicks off really with The Little Mermaid. That movie was fucking huge when it came out.
Yeah, that was what, the early 90s?
It was in the 80s still, I believe. Late 80s, early 90s is when that will come out.
Oh, okay.
So you have The Little Mermaid. That's followed up with Beauty and the Beast. That's followed up with Aladdin. Somewhere in there's Pocahontas, but nobody gives a shit about that gay ass movie.
But then the wind.
I fucking hate that song, and I hate that movie because it's dumb. But, and then you have Lion King. You have this blockbuster of 4 movies, and if you pay attention to that, there's 2 princess movies in there, and then 2 movies that featured boy characters. It wasn't just let's go girls the whole time.
Yeah. Well, there were also some that were fairly big hits, like The Emperor's New Groove and Hercules, but they weren't the big ones like those 4. Yeah. They were still successful, but they're not as beloved as the ones you just mentioned, because even I've seen all of them that you listed.
Even with a movie like Aladdin, which I don't hate the live action. I think they did a decent job with the live action, but they made major changes. They make Jafar age appropriate, which kind of kills a lot of the ick factor that the original had.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like that creepy uncle type.
They basically got rid of the mystical elements of it while keeping a genie. What the fuck?
Well, the jinn are totally real. Duh.
And where the hell was Iago?
This is Day Off.
But then they had to give Jasmine that girl boss song.
Yep. Nobody liked.
Jasmine was already a girl boss.
Yeah, but she had earned it, and they couldn't have that. You're not allowed to have earned or a strong character. You have to be given it without any actual talent.
This is a Muslim girl telling her daddy, who's the Sultan, that she ain't listening to him.
Yeah, that has been a big no-no back in the day, and probably realistically would have got her killed. But
yeah, there would have been an honor killing.
Yeah, but no, we have to make her total girl boss with unearned privilege and songs. So,
why? Just remake the damn thing. But listen, my point here is that they're, as much as we've talked about them killing masculine things, it's not just that. And it's not just white, because I don't know if you guys know this. Nobody in Aladdin is white. They're all Arabic.
What? That's crazy, monkey.
Yeah. You remember the beginning of the cartoon Arabian Nights? Anybody catch that?
What's even more fucked up is the story of Aladdin is actually Chinese.
Yeah, I know. It's stolen for, what is it, 1,000 Arabian Nights or whatever?
Yeah, because they were collected works from all over the Spice Road. Mm-hmm. A lot of those songs a lot of those stories aren't even from the Middle East. They were just, it was sort of like damn it, what are they called? Grimm's fairy tales.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were taken from all over Europe. They're not like specifically German. Like Beauty and the Beast is from France. Pinocchio's from Italy,
Germany.
I think.
I thought that was German. Yeah,
it might be German. Yeah, there's all from all over Europe though, and they just kind of collected them into these bound works, and that's what Arabian Nights was.
Maybe you're right on it being Italy. Now I don't remember now. Shit,
I don't remember. But my point being that they're from scattered throughout the regions, and you can find books of like Irish fairy tales, French fairy tales. I have several of them somewhere.
Ebony asks, "Wait, really?" Yes, everything we're telling you right now is true, and I'm not saying that me being a joke. No, seriously, this is all real.
Yeah, everything gets adapted and shifted. Like the parable of Noah's Ark is very, very similar to the story of the flood in Gilgamesh. So you're going to find crossover stories.
This is one of the interesting things about the Great Flood is that every civilization has some story of a Great Flood.
Yeah, especially in that region. There was a great documentary about that where they thought that a part of Iraq had this natural barrier between the sea and where the region was, and the basically like an earthquake or something damaged that, and it broke, and it allowed the entire region to be heavily flooded, and that would be where the story came from. And I thought that makes a lot of sense if it was a large regional flood, because that was the entire world to them.
But
they only knew of so many countries. But then you find out that even like Mesoamericans had.
Yes, exactly. That's the one that makes the biblical flood story so interesting, is that if you don't believe in the Bible, so for people like me, then there was still a great flood that makes its way into every civilization.
Yeah. And
it happened.
Yeah, there was some sort of event, but if you look at it from the perspective of primitive peoples, you're looking at a societal collapse through a catastrophe. And it doesn't have to be a flood, but that's something that people can understand. So at some point, somebody saw a disaster coming and prepared a ship of some kind, some sort of survival vehicle, and took all of the creatures, a sample of all the creatures with them to survive. That sounds very much like, if you really want to put it in like science fiction terms, it sounds like a planetary escape. But if you put it in civilization terms, somebody took all their culture with them after, they prepared for a disaster and took their culture with them and started over somewhere else. So there's a lot of ways you can interpret that.
Hold that thought, Bald Potato. Cryptic, thank you so much. Aladdin is Chinese. That means Abu would have been lunch by noon. Monkey brain fried rice with monkey bone soup. Probably. That's probably true.
Yeah.
And thank you for the donation. But Evolve says maybe an asteroid hit the ocean or a giant earthquake caused a tsunami. Well, the way I became aware of all of this was actually, again, Graham Hancock and Randall, whatever the fuck his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Their idea is the North American ice shelf and how quickly it melted is that a comet or an asteroid hit the shelf and flash burned all of it.
Yeah. I mean, that could actually happen.
Yeah.
And if a large enough asteroid hit the ocean, the Pacific or Atlantic, it would create a devastating tsunami, because it doesn't even have to be that big. But you get something like a mile across is what they think wiped out the dinosaurs, which is looking more and more like that's not actually the case. But it could, if it hit the ocean, you wouldn't see evidence of it, especially if it happened like hundreds of thousands of years ago.
which is what makes the North American ice shelf theory so interesting. Because if it just hit the ocean, you'd have a tsunami, but within a day or two, that's back into the ocean where it belongs.
Yeah.
Hitting the ice shelf, you're actually adding a shit ton of water to the ocean.
Yeah, and people forget that asteroids come in hot.
Yeah.
It's not like that's just a rock that's falling. No, it's falling through the atmosphere, picking up speed. There's a lot of heat and friction there. So that would turn a lot of that ice and snow into water
immediately.
Yeah, and that is actually a pretty catastrophic event for the whole planet. You're talking massive earthquakes too, because you're gonna, if it's a big enough asteroid, it's gonna probably reverb the Earth. There's an interesting story about the Yellowstone supervolcano. If that actually went off, it could become a magnitude 10 earthquake. And scientists theorize, because they've never actually seen a magnitude 10, it would actually wobble the planet and might be enough to throw off our axis.
Sorry, Retro, about the timing of these. It's just when I do them. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Now you know how everybody used to, or how they felt when they bitch when I do it at 2:00 in the morning. There's some great pictures that Graham and Randall show of the American plains, where if you've ever been around water, like whether you're at the ocean or somewhere where there's water moving constantly, you recognize these are markings left by water retreating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they found whales skeletons in the middle of what is now a desert in what is it, like Cambodia, I think it was. They have some whale skeletons out in the jungles. They find all kinds of weird shit where it should be. So there was some kind of massive upheaval at some point
that involved water.
yeah. And that ignoring that is to literally ignore the scientific evidence. That's just silly.
To get us back on our topic here, which, I mean, that was a natural segue that we went through to get there. But what Disney's going for here, I mean, they want the 13 to, I think it's 28-year-old market, which if you're trying to brand something that you want, especially like toy sales and game sales and even movie tickets, you want the boy audience in there. If you want the girl audience at that age, you want music, basically. Maybe some pop culture, other stuff, but that's more of a music thing when it comes to girls. They're not like brand loyal. Maybe dolls, but they're growing out of that doll age, Jack. And there's not really something there for girls like there is for boys, where we're like, no, I'll still buy action figures at 18. What's wrong with that? And so that's the audience you want. You want to capture the consumer audience. So Disney wanting that isn't really the story here. The real story here is that they had that. They shouldn't need to replace Marvel and Lucas to bring in young men to their properties.
You're not wrong.
In audience.
They had the audience, so they squandered it by trying to add women into everything and make them like superstars when that's not what the audience wants. It's one of the problems with a lot of these modern business types, just like the writers, they don't understand their audience, because a lot of these corporate guys are just there to make a name for themselves, then move to another company or a higher position. They don't actually care about the fallout of what they do. They just want to say they made a mark on the company.
Yeah. Dangerous, thank you. 2 anteaters, check. 1 second. I've got to talk to you two. Now there's only 2 of every type of animal on board. Don't try to look all innocent. If they go missing, I fucking know it's you two. Fair. The whole, just the logistics of getting every animal kind of. Daughter, you are listening to me right now, and you are sending me sending me Snapchats of her cat meowing at her.
I thought that was my cat for a second. I was looking for
daughter. Dad is busy.
No, you're not.
I'm not. Notice I checked my phone
for cat pics. What are you talking about?
I didn't even know it was going to be a cat. It was my daughter. Never too busy for that. So
yeah, kids come first. No, but it's not too difficult to do that if you're just taking genetic samples.
Fair.
I mean, that's easy. You could fit the entire world on a flash drive if you just want the genomes.
That is true. But at the time of the floods, that wasn't a possibility.
Well, that at the time of the story of the floods, we don't know what kind of technology they had that was lost to time. There's always every culture has legends of a powerful civilization that wasn't too far away from them.
Sorry, my internet fucked up there for a minute.
No, I'm just saying there's all these legends of these powerful, advanced cultures that were known by everybody around the world. Legends of like Atlantis and Shambhala, the what was the name of the city of gold? Yeah, all these legends of more powerful cultures somewhere just out of sight, but they were aware of.
I mean, fair enough, but by what we can tell, that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Just saying.
No, and I'm with you on that. Because you and I have had that discussion many times where people are like, no, there's no possible way. Yes, it's absolutely possible that on this planet, there used to be people more advanced than us.
Yeah, they either got wiped out or died off, or there was some kind of disaster, or maybe they all went to colonize some other planet. Who knows? But they're not here anymore, and all their shit's gone.
Disney needs a big type of film like Barbie to get female money. And that's something that, look, Disney has all of the princesses. And that was a whole brand when my daughter was young. There are even princess movies about Jasmine, and she's a secondary character in that movie. They have tons of things that they could make for girls. And you'd even have crossover with boys coming to see it. The one thing that they don't have anymore, though, is the boy one.
Yeah. Because they got rid of the idea of action adventure. They view boys as broken girls. So they must like the same thing girls like. That's just not the case.
If you want a property that you're going to want young men, 13 to... I could scroll down and make sure I get the... Yeah, 13 to 28. I was right. You want the 13 to 28 market, just make an action adventure movie. No girl boss shit in it. The man can be both competent and strong.
Mm-hmm.
He don't make him a fucking idiot. You can have a male-centered property, and then men will resonate with that.
Yeah, I think their problem is they can't get out of their own way. By the way, Dragon Mage had a birthday.
Because, we'll grab that in just a second. Because everything is through the lens of we have to make this. Sorry, I just got distracted because the background of the variety thing changed there. That wasn't me.
I saw that. A bunch of cars showed up.
Shit. What was I talking about? Oh, because everything is through the modern audience lens. And the modern audience doesn't exist. It's human desire has not changed since we started walking upright.
No, even with like chimpanzees, male chimpanzees will look at gadgets and girl chimpanzees will go after dolls.
Yeah.
So it's a biological imperative of some kind that everybody seems to refute, even though there's tons of evidence. So it's a bit tiresome.
Whose birthday?
Dragon Mage.
Dragon Mage. Your birthday was yesterday. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dragon Mage.
Dear Dragon Mage.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hope you had a good one, my friend. I really, really do.
Absolutely. Good luck on your job interview, Dangerous.
Just, they need to stop making everything just for girls. Make shit for both. How come when it becomes the feminist thing, it's not just about equality? We can't have guys and girls video games. They've all got to be towards the gals. Can't be guys and gals movies. It's got to be all about the gals.
Well, because men are just broken and stupid, right?
I'm looking at this purely from a profit margin look. If what's selling for guys is one thing and what's selling for girls is another, why not do both instead of going, well, clearly the guys are fucked up. What guys really want to watch is a feminist Charlie's Angels.
Well, the problem is they're not viewing it from a profit standpoint. They're viewing it from messages.
But you could still message. Okay, we got to talk about that. There's a game coming out, Jack.
Oh, God.
It's called Take Us North.
Is it the sequel to Depression Quest?
It might as well be. It is an adventure game on illegally crossing the U.S. border. I'm not kidding.
What?
Yeah. It is an adventure game about illegally crossing the U.S. border. I wasn't gonna bring this up, but I decided I am. Let me get the video. I was gonna bring it up. I wasn't sure I was gonna bring up the trailer. So this is our trailer for Take Us North.
If you want to shut up making it, you have to think about this like it's an adventure.
Watching one of the game developers talk about this at the recent Gamescom Congress, you play the part of, I forget what she calls it, but she clarifies that it means coyote, which is coyote. You play the part of the human smuggler. Yeah.
Okay.
But we can't have a game about school shooters.
Yeah.
Crossing the Sonoran Desert. She's unforgiving. She may trick you with her beauty, but amongst these sands, she's the biggest beast of them all. You will find La Migra swirling above you, cutting through the sky with their blades.
Fucking ice is gonna be there.
Fucking hell, this is stupid. The art's terrible, by the way.
Oh, the art is garbage. But that is a staple in indie games. If they're gonna go for a messaging game, it always fucking looks like this.
Yeah, because they can't afford to pay a real artist.
They're like, get a Tumblr artist. They know what we feel.
We gotta hire somebody that is unique style. You mean trash? Shut up.
By the way, Asmongold did a video about this, and the people who are making this game nuked their Twitter accounts.
If Asmongold came after me, I'd be tempted to do the same thing. That dude's got a massive audience.
I want Asmon to come after me. I want the attention.
Fair.
And if you believed in this, wouldn't that be what you said? Like, hey, look, he can dislike it because I only watched a little bit of his video on it. And he's basically like, stop coming here illegally. You're getting deported. He actually at one point says, no, you're going south.
I like how since I've been watching him, he is getting more and more conservative.
Right? Well, because that's the natural state of growing up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're young, and who was it? I think it's credited to Churchill, but I don't know if they have ever said for sure it was him. But if you're not liberal when you're young, you have no heart. If you're not conservative when you're old, you have no brain.
I've seen that to be quite true over the years. Look at those old hippies that go to the rallies and stuff now. They're fucking stupid.
Well, it's because when you're young, you can afford to be idealistic because other people are paying your bills and you're not having to go out there and work and do things in the real world.
Yeah, you don't have any responsibilities and nobody's taking a cut of your money.
Yeah, why do you think the liberals want to expand the social state? It's to keep people in that mindset of being liberal because somebody else is taking care of all your bills.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's because we don't want kids to starve. There's no starving kids in the U.S. Go look it up. How many kids have died of malnutrition in the U.S. in the last 10 years?
That weren't done by their parents.
Yes. That just couldn't afford the money.
Yeah, it's pretty much non-existent because there's a ton of charities that specifically are aimed at young parents and government programs like WIC.
Yep. Anyway.
Avoid detection at all costs.
So it's a stealth game.
Giving up.
Kind of, yes.
Is this like, do they put a cardboard box over themselves and sneak across the border? And Border Patrol has a little like question mark above their head?
If they did that, I might actually play it. If this was done tongue in cheek and it was shit like that, I would play the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It'd be hilarious.
You ever play that the hunting game where you play as the deer shooting the people?
Yeah.
That game was great. What was it? Deer Hunters? Something
like that.
That game was great because it was all tongue in cheek and funny. And if they did this humorously, that would be great. But no, this is done sincerely because the lady even states it that they know that video games is a way to influence culture. So propaganda. This is propaganda.
Much already.
Hang on.
At all costs.
I forgot this part.
We've all given up so much already.
We've all given up so much already. What? What did you give up? Your safety? Then go back home.
Yeah,
I love that.
Forced you to come here.
The chick at the Games Congress, she says, I doubt there's many Americans in here. Are there any Americans? And several raised their hand. And she goes, oh, okay. Let me just ask this question. What misconceptions have you heard about why people come to America?
Steal our free shit.
Well, somebody yells out crime. And she goes, yeah, that's one. No, that the only reason they come here, that is a misconception. The only reason they come here is for our money, for our wealth.
Yeah. They want to take all the free stuff they can because it's a wealthy country that gives them a lot of social benefits that are totally unavailable and raise their standard of living quite a bit.
In order to get here, these people aren't arriving on boats on the shores of San Diego. They are passing through a whole nother country.
Sometimes several other countries.
Yeah, but at the very least, unless they're from Mexico, they have to travel through a whole country.
Yep.
Where if the only problem was the El Salvadorian gang hates my El Salvadorian gang, then going to Mexico would take care of that.
Yep.
But in Mexico, you're not going to get a driver's license and food and education. They'd be like, you can go work for the cartels, I guess. Yeah, it's all about the money. Anyway, we've given up so much already. Puta.
But the sacrifices will not stop here.
The sacrifices will not stop here.
Sacrifices, fuck off.
Hey, we might have to pose for a picture shoving our kid through razor wire.
Yeah.
I fucking hate these people. There's the actual gameplay footage. Look how shit this looks.
Dude, I could probably draw that. I mean, we've seen my art. Look at my avatar. But fucking hell. I could do that in like MS Paint.
Yeah.
Probably almost as good with some time. But that looks like shit.
Look at the evil helicopter.
Fascinating, isn't it? how far our hearts will go for a chance at una vida mejor.
How much crime we are willing to commit to get more free stuff that we feel somehow entitled to.
I love the Spanglish going on here. How far we'll go for. Much like when she was describing you play as the coyote without saying you play as the coyote, and then oh, but yeah, that's the coyote. Why not use the English versions of all of those? You're clearly aiming this at the English audience.
They're aiming it at dum-dums. Stupid, man. This is more like, oh, feel bad because they're struggling so much. Stop breaking in places that aren't yours. What next? You gonna have a home invasion simulator?
Well, I don't have a problem with that. If you're doing it as a game because you've made an interesting premise and whatnot, but when the game developer comes out and tells you that it's for the propaganda, I'm beyond. Look, I've played as Nazi soldiers in video games, Jack.
Yeah, like Wolfenstein or like Medal of Honor, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it was actually the one that I've done it the most in was a mod for what's it called? The mod is called Day of Defeat, and you play as either the Axis or the Allies. And I've spent a long time as a German soldier in that game. At one time, that is the game that I played the longest in one sitting.
Wow.
Yeah, I spent 18 hours playing it and didn't even realize it until Lady Monkey woke up the next day and went, "You're still playing?"
No, this is a new game. I just got here. Leave me alone.
All right, fun with not Call of Duty. Day of Defeat,
Battlefield or something.
Day of Defeat. It was a World War II mod. Anyway,
are you ready?
I hope that someone comes up with the opposite game where you play Border Patrol and you're catching these people and they all have fentanyl on them.
I would play. I thought about this. I would play the fuck out of a Border Patrol game where you catch the illegals in interesting ways.
Yeah. Hey, we could buy nets now.
Like you have a special trap that you load up with a taco. I'm just saying, just silly shit like that. I'd play the fuck out of it. And I don't have a problem with this game being made. I have a problem with it looking like shit and them doing it for a specific propagandist purpose.
Yeah.
This is what we talk about with politics and video games. I don't have a problem with politics and video games. I have a problem with heavy-handed politics being passed off as a video game.
Yeah. And then they lie about it.
Yeah. This is the equivalent of getting a comic book in school. We got free comic books for you. Look, it has Spider-Man. And he's going to tell you how it's wrong to do drugs.
Yeah.
It's just pure propaganda trash. Speaking of which, we've got to talk about Kilmar Abuego Garcia.
Maryland man. Or
not anymore. Ugandan man.
I love that Homeland Security tweeted out Uganda man.
We'll get to Homeland Security in a minute. We're going to deal with Jasmine Crockett first. She said, let's be clear. Deporting Kilmar Abuego Garcia to Uganda makes no sense. It's not his home country. Time out. Jack, why are we not sending him back to his home country?
We're not required to. The Supreme Court ruled you could send him wherever.
But
fuck
there's
that guy.
With him in particular, there's a reason we're not sending him back to his home country.
Well, he did say that he was under threat from the rival gang, so we're removing him from that danger, and we're protecting him now.
The Trump administration is barred from sending him back by judicial order.
Yeah, so, well, it's just for his safety more than anything.
We sent him back to his home country, and the Democrats threw a fucking fit and forced the Trump administration to go pick his bitch ass back up and bring him here.
I mean, we can't send him home. We got to put him somewhere. And look, Uganda is not the worst choice. I mean, we could have sent him to Somalia. That's a way more dangerous country than Uganda.
There's a great thing with there are a couple of people out there, and I forget who it was that said it publicly, but they're like, this isn't even he doesn't speak the language. Do you know what the official language of Uganda is?
One of them's English.
English is they speak many languages, but the official language is English.
Nailed that in one.
This twat has been in our country for what, 20 years and doesn't speak a lick of English.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can't send him there. He doesn't speak the language. Ironic.
Yeah. Again, I have no fucks left to give. Yeah, fuck this guy. He's lucky he's not rotting in a jail cell.
She goes on to say, nothing about this process has been fair. ICE is targeting him with cruelty. Living in Uganda is cruelty? We should probably invade and fix it then.
Yeah, look, I'm sure Uganda won't mind becoming a state, because have you seen the poverty levels in Uganda? Let's be honest, they're more than happy to join up if they could, I think.
She goes on to say, this is the weaponization of government, not justice. Get fucked. Get fucked. This little piece of shit, we know he's a wife beater.
Yeah. She's filed, 2 restraining orders on him?
Yes. We know he's a gang member.
Yep. It was on his application, and his wife said it as well.
It's also in the reason why we can't deport him to El Salvador. Rival gang. Can't be a rival gang if you're not in one.
Hate fact.
And it's suggested that he's been involved in human trafficking.
Oh, that's what he got pulled over for, with those 8 passengers in his car that couldn't speak English and had no papers or luggage.
Hey. They were just going to Home Depot.
Yeah, that's why you're driving by Cincinnati, going to a Home Depot. Fuck off.
I just love that they're all mad. Like, why are you not? This isn't his home country. We tried that. You didn't like it.
Yeah, the judges said you can't do that, but Supreme Court said you can deport people anywhere.
We can.
So,
yeah.
Well, 2 birds, 1 stone. Uganda's like, we'll take him. We like money.
The judicial order keeping him here wasn't that he could not be removed from the United States. It was that he couldn't go back to El Salvador. Cool. So we move him somewhere else. And I love that they're sending him to Uganda instead of like somewhere else in South America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's funny.
That's funny as shit. And then it removes the chance that he's going to come right back in, because, I mean.
Good luck.
Yeah.
The only thing that would be funnier is if they sent him to like Madagascar.
Yeah. I mean, why not? We probably should have given them to the Australians.
Fair.
Real quick, thank you, JB. I showed my friend Kelly's Heroes recently. We got to the ending, and when he started laughing his ass off, kind of as intended, if you have seen the movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but yeah, that's a good film. Thank you.
All right, we actually have footage. This is our wonderful little, totally not a terrorist piece of shit.
Hero of the left.
And I call him a terrorist because he's in MS-13. And they are a terrorist organization. Oh, thank you, JB. I ran into a dwarf the other day. He said he wasn't happy, so I asked, if you're not happy, which one are you? That's how the fight started, officer. Well played indeed. You think he's regretting his life choices right now?
No, I think this is the type of person that blames everybody else for all of his problems.
You think he's regretting going to El Salvador, fighting his El Salvadorian shit. Yeah, now he's going to a place he knows nobody. He doesn't speak the language because he couldn't be bothered to learn it while he was here. He's getting separated from his family that he decided to make while he was here illegally. And yeah, but more than that, you know what I like about this, Jack?
He's leaving.
Well, yeah, but no. This sends a message to everyone else looking to come here illegally. Instead of the Biden administration, like, we're going to give you guys phones so you can call us and tell us you're coming illegally. A real thing they did.
Yep.
Instead, it's like on a jet plane. Yes, he's leaving on. They should send his ass off in JetBlue. Good luck.
Oh,
fucker.
God. Yeah, then switch, when he gets to Europe, switch him over to Ryanair because we really hate him.
Yeah, fuck this guy. But no, it sends this message that, look, the U.S. had to take him back. Ha ha! Oh shit! They're sending him where? Because nobody who's coming here illegally wants to be sent to Uganda.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Uganda has some scenic stuff, but I don't think I'd want to be deported there.
They don't have the resources that we do. They don't, because again, the reason they're coming here is for money.
Yeah, they're all economic migrants.
He's not going to go over to Uganda and strike it rich and get to live like a king, which for many of these people coming up, that's just being on our welfare system.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's not getting that in Uganda. Good luck. Fuck you. I want to see the coyote get you across the Atlantic, motherfucker.
Right?
I mean, it can be done, Jack.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to get here, sneak in from Europe.
Yeah. But good luck to you, you little shitbag. I hope the entire trip sucks. And I hope bad things happen to you on the trip. Go ahead.
The average economic GDP for Uganda is between $1,340 and $3,900.
God damn.
Yeah. I mean, you're making $4,000 as like a rich person over there. And the low skilled workers are making about $1,340. So general employees are making slightly more than that. But yeah, I just looked it up. That's fucking crazy.
Uh-oh, did I dip? I did.
It might have been me. I don't know. But that's nuts, man. He's going to have a hard time there. If you're a farmer, the average farmer makes $795.70 per year.
What's the cost of living there?
It's probably not very much.
I'm imagining you're not getting a new iPhone every couple of years.
It's apparently very affordable. Housing rent for one-bedroom apartment in the city. To bring back up the financial translator. Hold on.
Oh, you're fine.
Ugandan money is.
Do you know the way, my brother? Uganda is on the east coast of Africa. Yeah.
Yeah. Uganda, it's got people from there do have cool accents, like Nigeria. Like a lot of African countries, the accent is really cool if you hear it in English.
Do you know the way, my brother?
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Ugandan knuckles, man.
Yeah.
Do you know the way? No, I ask about the cost of living because that does sound like a really shit ton of, or a shit small amount of money. But he can live nice if he, gets a job and contributes some. He's not going to live the American way, though.
Oh God, no.
He might get some indoor plumbing depending on how much he makes.
Yeah, maybe.
The other thing I wanted to talk about, and I actually wanted to do this as the second story because it's another one where the story getting talked about is not exactly what the story is, and it's Donald Trump's executive order on flag burning. He signed an executive order banning flag burning, asterisk. And everybody's out there like, no, you can't burn flags, or no, you can't ban burning flags. And if you actually read the executive order, it doesn't ban flag burning.
Yeah.
In fact, it reaffirms the Supreme Court's 1990 flag burning decision, which, by the way, I don't necessarily agree with. It is what the law of the land is at this moment, but burning something is not speech. Sorry. And I wouldn't even say it's expression. It's arson.
Yeah. They've already decided that this is acceptable, so it's kind of hard to backtrack that without new law. But putting it as like during a protest or riot, that does change things quite a bit.
Yeah, the executive order says that the DOJ will go after people if the burning of the flag is to incite violence, which is really hard to prove. That your whole intent of burning the flag was to incite violence.
Yeah.
It was Donald Trump getting everybody worked up over what's basically no change at all.
So just converted it. A 1-bedroom apartment outside of a city center is an average of $140 on the low end.
Huh.
And a pound of rice is 50 cents or 51 cents if you round off. So he'll be able to survive with a menial job. It just isn't going to be glamorous living.
He can be eating boring ass unflavored rice and pooping in a bucket. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he's probably used to that.
Anyway, so Timmy Walls here is going to be our example of this, because he takes people already misunderstanding the situation and takes it to a level that is breathtakingly fucking dumb. Like when he said this, I actually had to pause the video because I started laughing.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I get it. I hadn't seen this clip till I think you posted about it. And I was like, this really is some Biden-esque shit here.
It really is. But anyway, it is kind of quiet, guys. So I'm going to do my best not to talk. You guys know better than that. Anyway.
Easy it would be to be a damn Republican. Oh, what should I wear today? This stupid freaking red hat.
Yeah, because nobody wears the same hat every day. See, I told you I couldn't stop and not talk. I just love that. What should I wear today? This stupid red hat. I know people who've literally worn the same hat so long that if they asked me to hold on to it, I wouldn't touch it.
Yeah, I wear the same hat quite a bit, but I wash it.
Yeah, most people don't have 30 different hats, you little flamer. And that was long before. I have one hat right now, Jack. It's got the Chargers bolt on it, and it's blue, and that's what I wear.
I have about 20 of them because I inherited my brother's hats, and he had a whole bunch of them from like places he'd gone.
I do have my Red Dead 2 hat that Scribe got me, but I don't wear that very often.
That's like a special occasion kind of thing.
Next time I go out, I'm going to throw that bitch on. It's been a while since I worn it. But I love it. It must be easy to be a Republican because you wear a hat.
Because you have a particular favorite thing that you wear. Oh my God, the horror show of it. You just put on a red hat. Tim Walz is one of the dumbest politicians. He's right up there with Hank Johnson, dude.
For the record, we haven't even got to the dumb part yet. I mean,
no,
relatively
I just
speaking.
hate this man. Yeah.
Damn Republican. Oh, what should I wear today? This stupid freaking red hat. What should I say today? I don't know. Just make sure it's cruel.
Just make sure it's cruel.
Oh, no, he said cruel.
Cruel, yes, he did.
Like Cruella DeVille.
So you got to go out there and talk about how much you want a dog coat to go with your red hat.
Yeah, I mean, that's just obvious, buddy.
Just say something cruel. Your children aren't your own because there's no way your sperm lived.
I don't know. I saw that one boy, and he was kind of special.
Just because his wife fucks other retards doesn't mean that's his kid.
Fair point.
I'm just saying.
God, is she a female JF Garrity?
Yes, she's got a type like most people.
Yes,
I like midgets.
Potatoes.
I like midgets. She likes retards. Just saying.
Who do we listen to? That guy. Oh, the felon in the White House? Yeah, listen to him and that will be fine. Now,
I love this too. Like, remember all the Democrats who spoke out against Biden? No, wait, that didn't happen. All the ones who spoke out against Obama? No, fuck. Clinton? Nope. Shit. No, it's just the Republicans who listen to their president. You're such a dumbass. But listen to that crowd, boy. Yeah, because they're doing the same thing for you right now, you fucking flamer.
Yeah, but you see, he's a felon, so that makes him a worse person.
Oh, so. Yeah. Being a felon for real estate loans that got paid back and nobody thought there was a problem with. Yeah, that's you caught him. It's not like you did something noble like stealing valor.
Like Blumenthal.
No, like this prick on the screen.
Yeah, look, he carried weapons in War Monkey. How can you dismiss his service?
He was a command sergeant major when he retired, bruh. Oh, except he wasn't.
Except he wasn't. Oh, boy. Why is it Democrats seem to be the ones that are the most egregious offenders of stolen valor? Oh, wait, I know why, because they're cowards.
Did you see that one congressman who got busted the other day for it?
I don't think so.
He marked on when he was going to be a White House intern or something that he had a silver star or a bronze star, one of the two, I forget which. And he claimed it was a clerical error.
What?
Yeah.
How was that a clerical error? I accidentally claimed to have a bronze star.
Yeah. Like, no, I just checked the bronze star box, which doesn't exist. The bitch wrote it in there. And then it was an accident.
That is so dumb. Like they can't check that. Like there's not so few bronze star winners that they can't just consult a website. If he had just said like I did service, they probably wouldn't check that shit. Somebody claims they have a bronze star, they're like, oh, I gotta look that up.
Yeah. He got a gold star from a special ed teacher. It looked bronze to me. Yeah, but just I lied. Bronze star. Thank you, Cryptic. Yeah, bronze star is what he claimed. Bronze star is a badge of valor.
Yeah.
That is given out for valorous conduct.
Yeah, you have to be exceptional. Like Pete Hegseth has a bronze star, 2 of them, I think.
But this little lying bitch put that on his application, and then it gets found out years later, and he's like, "What? That was just an accident. I was trying to type, I'm a lying prick, and instead I typed, I have a bronze star."
That was just what in the industry they call an oopsie poopsie.
Omar, thank you so much for becoming a member for month number 22. Says, morning, Monk and Jack. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, back to our flamer here because he's about to say the most stupid shit.
Oh, of course.
We're almost to the dumb part, people. Here we go.
Now he's talking about burning flags. He's going to have flag burning or whatever because he knows there's a hell of a lot of flags with his picture on it that are going to get burned. There's a whole lot of that kind of crap that people.
Are we putting Trump on the flag now?
So you think Trump is burning the American flag because people put his picture on flags?
When did that happen? Did we vote on that? I don't remember that.
I can't even begin to parse what this fucking pussy was trying to say.
It's probably better that way, quite honestly.
On X, I asked, is Biden writing his speeches? Because this is Biden-esque right here.
Yeah, it is.
Trump, even if you go by the most egregious misreading of the executive order, it's about the American flag, not burning all flags.
Yeah, well, I mean, the pride flag was already protected, you hate monger.
Yeah, that's another thing I love in the flag argument. I mean, somebody like, you can't get arrested for burning flags. And somebody point, there are 3 kids facing, and I don't know how this has worked out, but felony charges up to 10 years in prison for leaving skid marks on a mural of the gay flag.
Yeah, those crosswalks where somebody was peeling out.
These 3 kids jumped on electric bikes and left skid marks, and they got arrested for vandalizing the street by leaving skid marks and are facing felony counts of mischief.
And did they try and put a hate crime edition on one of those?
I don't know if they did. In that I read about it, I didn't see that. Hard to find articles because almost nobody's writing about it.
Of course not, because it makes them look stupid.
Yeah.
And that's a bunch of bullshit to get charged for felonies for peeling out anyway. That's fucking dumb. Like, I hate that shit too because it's stupid and you look like a clown. Nobody's impressed by it. But that's not a felony, okay? That's at best a misdemeanor, like spinning your tires or whatever they call it. That's misdemeanor bullshit. There's no way that's a felony unless you're trying to set a precedent that certain people are more protected.
If you had a pride flag burning party, very few people on the left would be telling you, hey, that's a free speech issue. I mean, this is one using Destiny. Destiny had this conversation years ago, and it made a whole bunch of his trans supporters hate him because he said, if you can burn the American flag, you should be able to burn the other one. And he goes, but you can't because you guys will lose your goddamn minds. And they lost their fucking minds.
Yep.
If you buy an American flag and you want to burn it, I think you're a douchebag, but I don't think it should be criminal.
No, I understand why he's doing it as like if you're in the middle of a protest and you're burning it, you're expressing like some anti-American sentiment. I don't know if that rises to a crime though. I honestly don't really give a shit.
I do think you should probably leave my fucking country if you're willing to burn my flag.
Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to be here, and you should go the fuck back to wherever you probably came from, or just move out of the country and denounce your citizenship.
Yeah, go to that other country you think is so good.
Yeah. Oh wait, they won't because they like the creature comforts of the most powerful country in the world. But they don't want to live under the fascists. Well, it's such a bad place that you're still living here.
Most flags are fireproof, which is funny when they're trying to light them on fire. We watched several back in 2020 where they would try to light you have to use an accelerant. And even then, it mostly just melts rather than actually burning.
Yeah, which was so funny watching those clowns in Portland and Seattle trying to do that. You guys are dumb. How are you fucking up burning something? That's like one of the easiest things to achieve is fire.
You ever burn something that's fire retardant?
Oh yeah. It's not easy. But we're talking about some of the dumbest people on the planet, though, are these like Antifa clowns.
It's not just not easy. When way back in high school, I was in something called the Haunted Forest. The veterans put it on at the Botanical Gardens in Norfolk.
Oh, cool.
And I played Jason. And to play Jason, I took a pair of my dad's old coveralls, the Navy, and cut it up in places and burned it in places. But it's fire retardant. So trying to get it to burn in the first place was hard enough. But where you would burn it, it just turns into hard plastic. And it's uncomfortable as shit. So the whole time I'm getting stabbed in my chest in this one spot from where I eventually cut the piece away. But yeah, it turns to a hard plastic. It's annoying.
Yeah. Have you ever had that stuff melt onto your skin?
No, thank God.
Kid of Boy Scouts did that, and we had to take him to the hospital to get it removed.
Oof.
But he had a scar. It was really wicked looking scar too.
JB, thank you. Tim Walz should be a wrestler, not a politician. Dude would make for an interesting heel. You're not wrong. Plus, I would love to watch him get thrown around.
Until Rampage's kid gets a hold of him.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd go that far, but most of what I'd like to see happen to him, like I'd love to see somebody in wrestling break a chair over his back.
That would be pretty fun. Real quick, thank you, Shio. Hoping to join the Mile High Club. If interrupted, the wife will claim she was just returning me to my upright and locked position. While 80s band Anthrax was the bomb. Now I'm ready for that TSA fondling. Well, good luck, Shio. Remember, it's not sexual assault if TSA does it.
I think he would make a great wrestler because he's been, pretending to be a soldier for a long time.
That's true.
He couldn't quite pull off Hacksaw Jim Duggan, but I mean, he could pull off, his character should be named Don't Ask, Don't Tell.
Oh, I still think Tampon Tim is a pretty good wrestling name because a lot of people are going to be worried he's going to stick something in their pooper.
He could be Tampon Tim, and his catchphrase could be "Don't ask, don't tell."
Oh yeah, there you go.
Don't ask, don't tell.
His trademark move is, "Does this smell of lavender?"
His trademark move is the butt plug.
He just chloroforms people and sticks a tampon in their butt. That's how he wins.
It's the butt plug. I don't remember if he said anything after this because that was so fucking stupid. Let's see.
People are sick of, and I have to tell you, we can have our internal decision making, our internal healthy debates, but I refuse to believe we do not have the luxury to fight amongst ourselves why that thing sits in the White House.
That thing, I thought these people were against dehumanizing folks.
They are, unless it's their enemy who are Nazis and therefore not human.
I remember Trump getting a bunch of shit for calling MS-13 animals, which, by the way, is a scientific fact.
Yeah.
Humans are animals.
What?
I know.
No, we're better than that, monkey.
But he got in trouble for a scientifically verifiable fact, and this guy gets to call Trump a thing, which I guess is scientifically accurate. But it's amazing to me how often they put themselves in that corner. Like, he dehumanizes people. He's not a person. And they never get it. No, it never, the contradiction never enters their goddamn minds.
Why would that happen? What you talking about, Willis?
Because they're over the age of reason and should be able to figure that out.
Yeah, but you also have to have an IQ above 80 for that most of the time.
Have you seen the videos of the people talking about how much DC has been cleaned up?
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
People like, damn, we can actually go to parts of our city we could never go to before.
Yeah, there's a good one I just saw before the stream of a black dude talking about these kids that are playing outside. He's like, a week ago, I wanted to let my kids play out here.
Well, I don't know who this lady is, but this is one of them.
So President Trump has not even had control over Washington, D.C. for 30 days. And I have on my For You page video after video showing D.C., specifically Union Station, and how clean and safe it is.
That part is interesting to me. Not just safe, Jack, but how clean.
Yeah. Well, they got rid of the hobos.
Yeah. Kicked all the homeless
trash.
out.
Yeah. The homeless produce an absolute amazing amount of trash because they just throw everything wherever. They don't give a fuck. The whole world's a litter box.
But the reason I wanted to talk about that one is because of Pritzker's video. Oh, did I not? I swear I retweeted that one. Hang on, guys. This is what you guys normally don't see, and I'm too lazy to keep it off screen right now. Oh shit! I know Polita Bunny sent it out. Where's she at? Come on, Foo, hit me up, girl. This one, there it is.
Well, here I am on the path on the lakefront at 6 a.m.
This is Pritzker, that fat guy who's their governor. Listen to he's slowly walking, and listen to how out of breath his fat ass is.
On a Monday. And we got a lot of people running, having a great time. Doesn't feel like a hellhole here.
I dare you walk that same place at 1 o'clock in the morning. Dare you. Polita Bunny says, I dare you to do this on the south side, which, yeah, do that at 1 a.m. But walk this same path at night by yourself.
Oh, that fat ass isn't going to do that for multiple reasons.
Hey, Satsu, how you doing? Dude, I saw you called me the other night, and I just completely forgot about it. I saw it when I woke up. I've been going to bed ridiculously early lately. So I'll call you after the show, my friend. But he says that they're literally protesting in D.C. now to bring back crime. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fucking... But look, this is what they did. This is what Schumer did when he's like, I'm not afraid to walk around D.C. Spritzer, he's walking around a very nice part of the city. He's not over by Cubs Stadium. He's not over by Wrigley. This motherfucker is in a clearly well-kept, well-manicured, well-patrolled area.
In fact, everybody's having a great time. And
you missed Aaliyah's birthday. Oh no, tell her I said happy birthday. I'm so sorry. Damn it, is it really her birthday?
Hate to tell you, Monkey, but you have old people brain.
Well, I'm guessing, well, I don't know if she's back in school yet or not. Our schools have now all started back up. When did that happen? We used to go back to school after Labor Day.
I don't know.
Play this for her when she gets home if she's not home, Satsu. Aaliyah, sweetheart, this is for you. And a 1, and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Leah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweetie. I hope you had a good birthday. Oh, she is so cute. She is so adorable, dude. Thank you, Twisted Skipster. Yo, Monk, can I get an early birthday song? This is a birthday stream. We haven't had one with this many songs in a while.
People did a lot of humping. So
back, 9 months ago was what is 9 months ago? Somebody do the math on that. That's like January?
What? Or
late December, early January.
Yeah, people got their Christmas presents.
It's cold. There's nothing to do, so people get their hump on. Fair. Well, Twisted, for you. And a 1, and a 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Twisted Skipster.
Dear Twisted Skipster.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hope you had a good one, have a good one, my friend. Back to our fat guy breathing heavy here.
Enjoying themselves. So I don't know who in Washington thinks that Chicago is some sort of hellhole, but you may need to look inward.
Bro, you ain't even in Chicago. I can see it in the background over there.
It's probably in Naperville or one of the suburbs.
You're in a park on the outskirts of the city, motherfucker. Go downtown. And no, not to the ritzy parts downtown. I know where that's at. That's actually those buildings you see right back there. Keep going until you hit the parts that we're talking about.
Yeah, let's see some payday loan stores, bail bondsmen, and strip joints. Come on, the boarded up buildings on the surrounding those plazas.
There ain't a single alcohol store anywhere in this. Go to O Block. Yeah, go to the city. Go into the city and walk around and do this shit. This is Chicago, for fuck's sake, where we keep track of how many murders there are every weekend. And it's it's a big deal if there's not at least 5.
Yeah, it's a calm weekend if that's the case. The Chicago's one reputation is crime.
Yeah.
Like, when you think of Chicago, what do you think of? You might think of like some of the sports fields or something, but more likely you're thinking of Al Capone. You're thinking of the high number of shootings. There's a dozen things that come to mind, and 9 of them are going to be crime.
It is amazing to me that they keep trying to pull this shit. Even this is why I brought up the folks in DC who are like, look how nice shit has gotten. Because this is the same kind. Remember when Donald Trump called Haiti a shithole and Conan O'Brien goes to a 5-star resort in Haiti?
Yeah.
I was like, it's wonderful here.
Johnny Hellcat just mentioned that a second ago. That's ludicrous.
Yeah, that was my comment when I saw this from Politibunny. I'm like, this has Conan O'Brien vibes. Because it's the obvious comparison, because it's the same shit they did then.
Yeah.
It's the same shit they did with Puerto Rico having corrupt officials. How dare you? And then they all had to step down or were sent to jail for corruption.
Yeah. And of course, the media was really quiet about that.
Yeah, they never. Yeah. No, what are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. Cryptic, thank you so much. That's Arlington Heights, not downtown. What? Where he's at right now? I haven't been to Chicago. The last time I was in Chicago was for a Cubs game, and the last time I lived in Chicago, I was 9.
Wow.
It's been a long time since I've been there. I do remember when we lived in Chicago, we had to go pick somebody up from the bus station. And so mom and dad put all of us in the car, and dad worked at the recruiting station. So it was somebody who was coming there for recruiting shit.
Yeah.
And that was one of the scariest moments of my life. Being in downtown Chicago at the bus station in the 80s.
I get it. Chicago's still scary.
Yeah. Yeah, there was nothing about it that was like bright and shiny and lovely. If you do go downtown Chicago to the nicer areas, it's pretty. I think the buildings are a little close together for my taste. And the people there drive like they're trying to get insurance claims.
Yeah, well, they're either trying to cause an accident or they're trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. But it's a fucking horrible, disgusting place in many parts. Yeah, there are nice parts of Chicago. Sure. There's nice parts of DC. But that's not the totality of it. And when people are like, hey, it's a shithole, they're not talking about this beautiful paved running space next to a well-maintained park with the river view. Or sorry, that's actually Lake Michigan. The lake view. They're talking about where white people are afraid to go at night.
Like, I've heard from reliable sources that this is in fact MAGA country.
True. That's why it's manicured. I fucking hate these people. What else did I have today? I know there was another one I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, this. Now this one we're not going to be able to hear. There's no way to turn it up. So we'll just put it on the screen and talk about it. This is a group of Democrats upset that Kilmar is going to Uganda. Probably should have played this when we did the Ugandan thing. But they sing a little song. Kilmar is our neighbor.
No! Kilmar is our neighbor. You can't have him from.
The only way this could be gayer is if that guy had a dick in his mouth.
Yeah. Had you seen this before I sent it to you?
No, I had not.
I saw that and I was like, oh God.
I'm guessing with the coloring that we're looking at code pink here.
Probably. I don't remember what the name of the group was, but
which frankly should be designated as a domestic terrorist organization.
Yeah.
Optics are not their strong point.
No, not at all.
Let's get a whole bunch of gay men and lesbians, throw them in pink, and go chant a stupid song for a domestic abuser who's here illegally.
Yeah,
sounds like a good idea.
How could that go wrong?
You don't have anything better to do with your day?
Nope, apparently not.
This isn't a guy who came over here illegally and cured a disease or started a company that put a bunch of Americans to work or was a productive member of society at all. He's a fucking criminal who kept up his criminal behavior when he got here.
Yeah. I mean, he is a gang member. It's not like it's kind of one of those blood in, blood out things.
Thank you, Tansu. Oh, look, a whole bunch of white people singing for a guy who they wouldn't let in their neighborhoods. Hey. They might need lawn work done.
Yeah. Like they need who's going to do the gardening and raise your kids?
He's not allowed to live in their neighborhood.
Yeah.
But he can come in and pick some fruit for them.
As long as he's working. Otherwise, get out, right?
Wash their dishes, do menial labor they don't want to do. So let's be fair that they'd let him in the neighborhood to work on pennies on the dollar. What else do I have today? That was P-Dog from yesterday, so no. What's that? Did that. This is about Asmongold. This is where he was talking to that game, or because he made that video on the game developer. Yeet pointed out that they got rid of it, and Asmon replied, "You could say they self-deported." Fair enough, Asmon. I think that is all that this we should talk about. Jaguar's in trouble, Jack.
No. What?
If you look at this, it says that their year-to-date sales across Europe are down more than 75%. But if you notice, this is from July 3rd. If you look it up now, it's down 97%. Their sales are down 97%. Yeah.
That's like Bud Light bad.
Jaguar was a status symbol.
Yeah.
It's like a BMW or a Mercedes. This is something you get because you have a lot of money and you want to let women know you have a lot of money without flashing bankrolls at them so that they'll come touch your pee-pee.
Absolutely.
And they took that and went, but what about men in dresses?
Yeah, let's market something that's at the top 0.5%. And do a bunch of weird shit with our advertising where we never show a car.
Is it in Crazy People where the guy makes it's Crazy People. He comes up with the ad for Jaguar. It's like, it's a little too small to get laid in, but you get laid the minute you get out of it.
Right. Accurate.
And frankly, that's how cars should be sold. There's two ways cars should be sold. This is going to keep your family safe. Because that's what's cars.
Yeah. Monkey, did you drop out? Oh, no. Hello, everybody.
Born male. Oh, sorry.
Oh, there he is.
People don't buy cars based on the ability to pick up weird transsexuals.
Well, I mean,
maybe Eddie Murphy.
Normally. I still think that may have been a misunderstanding, or he's got some weird kinks.
Either way, the way you sell cars is through sex and safety.
Yeah,
that's what sells
absolutely.
Them. Maybe gas mileage. The people who think like this are like, we need. This is what really bothered me about the Cracker Barrel thing. It's not. I had a discussion with somebody who's like, oh, woke. I don't think Cracker Barrel, I know there's some wokeness going on there. They have the DEI and stuff, but their mistake is not in going woke, because there's nothing woke about their new logo. There's nothing woke about their newly designed restaurants.
No, it's just all forgettably bland.
Yeah. And this is if you listen to the woman in charge, I forget her name, but if you listen to her and read what she said, it's what happens a lot of times in marketing. Like, we need to change things. Why? Because we do. And she's been on, because of all the backlash they got, she's gone on several shows, and she's like, no, the restaurants really want a remodel. Well, there's a difference between wanting a remodel because you're going to get new chairs and all your old ones are fucked up, and wanting to completely change what the brand looks like and driving away your customers.
Yes.
I remember working at Walmart, Jack, and this is where I finally figured this out. When a company is made by a single individual, rather than a corporation being like, I know, we'll make Taco Bell. What happens is eventually that person dies. And you got to have somebody else in charge there. And after a little while, you end up with people who did not come up in the system. Like at Walmart, people who didn't come up through working on the floor into management, into ownership, into upper management, up into the C-suite.
Yeah.
And instead you get people who've gone to business school, and they come out of business school with how a company should be run. And it's not always how companies should be run. If Sam Walton had listened to the way companies should be run, Walmart never becomes a thing.
Yeah, but they're looking at like the textbook of hypotheticals and averages and not the practicality of it. You have to look at what's happening on the ground, how the company is different from other companies, and not just the generalities of business school. Because business school teaches you, like any schooling, the general basis of what you need to know, and you're supposed to adapt it accordingly to your particular circumstance.
Faithless, exactly. They know theory, not reality. Yeah, and it can work in some places. But
it's not the same everywhere.
Jack, there was a time, this is true, you guys can look this up, where there was an ad exec that worked at Walmart who said, I know we should put ads in Vogue magazine. They advertised Walmart in Vogue.
Why would they do that? That's stupid.
Because if you want more rich customers, you got to go to where they are. Jack, apparently you missed a Streamlabs.
No, I got Shios and Evolves. I only had 2, and I got Evolves a while ago, and Shios. I don't have any new ones.
Evolved, is it a new one? How long ago was this? Not from you, I'm asking him.
Yeah, no, I read about the flag outside the White House after the executive order and got arrested for it. But I'm pretty sure if you burnt anything there, you'd get arrested. Setting fires out on the street in general will get you arrested.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry if I missed it, Evolved. I might have missed that. Oh my God, I'm sorry, dude. I don't mean to miss them. Sometimes I do.
It happens, yeah.
Yeah, and I wasn't watching chat. That's my bad.
And our audience has always been very kind and not getting pissed at us when we do that.
Yeah, because they know we're idiots. Look,
they give us the idiot quotient.
Yeah, look, I know I'm dumb. I miss shit all the time anyway. But yeah, I'm sorry, Evolved. But yeah, don't set fires. Okay, don't set anything on fire unless you absolutely have to. If you're disposing of a flag, that's acceptable. Don't go burning shit. That's just stupid to begin with.
When it comes to our friends, like the whole woke thing with Cracker Barrel, because I know they have their DEI initiatives, and yeah, that's woke shit. But don't attribute that to the rest of what they're doing, because some of it is just bad advice. Like the woman, I should learn her name so I can make fun of her more directly. But the woman who's in charge of it she actually says, Jack, people always have a Cracker Barrel origin. And the Cracker Barrel origin is like they went there with their grandma, or they went there with their dad when they were traveling. And what we need to do is get to where it's their new thing, that they want to go there for the future. Well, what made them want to go there for the future is the memories of being there with their granddad. Yeah. And wanting to have that same experience with their grandkid.
Yeah. What they fail to understand is nostalgia is incredibly powerful.
Yes.
You want to make it the most memorable experience you can in a positive way. So and Cracker Barrel is one of those places that is very memorable. You walk in and they got the little storefront. It looks very old timey. They got a lot of the weird like penny candy stuff and some obscure shit that looks very like old timey. And then you go into this like comfortable looking area with a lot of knickknacks and shit. And it reminds you of the experience of eating there.
Yeah.
And say what you will, Cracker Barrel is a very unique dining experience because of that. They have that little store that you pass through to get to the dining area. And I cannot even tell you how much money I have wasted in that store buying stupid candy. Like, oh, I've never had this before. I'm buying that. I am that guy. So, yeah, it's a very unique dining experience, and they are shooting themselves in the foot. And Jaguar, with this stupid fucking ad, pulled a Bud Light. And Cracker Barrel is in the process of a long-term version of that.
Where was that? Alan said, the food always sucked. I only went there for the atmosphere. I don't hate their food, but I would never go there for their food.
It's a country version of Applebee's. But you don't want to be less memorable than a goddamn Applebee's. And that's what they're looking like, is a knockoff of Applebee's now.
The thing with the food is, I know people who love their food.
Yeah, I think their food's okay. I eat a lot of that crap though. So that type of food, like if you put anything with potatoes in front of me, my Irish side will just take over. And it'd be sort of like an exorcism thing to keep me away from those potatoes.
This is gonna sound racist, but it's like white people food. It's like, where are the spices in this? It is the most bland food.
I don't entirely disagree with that, but I do like Country Fried's chicken with the gravy on top, because Country Fried steak is fucking disgusting. But you go there for that type of food that like it's almost comfort food. You know, it's totally unhealthy Southern food that's going to make you fat and probably have heart disease.
But see,
it's there for you.
I hear you, but having grown up in the South, I mean, there's lots of flavor there that is. I'm not trying to talk you out of liking it. I'm just explaining that is bland food. If anybody disagrees, go to a Cracker Barrel and order some fried chicken. Save it. Then go to a Church's, okay, and buy some fried chicken, and then taste the two together.
Yeah, well, that's like eating Hooters wings versus like Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo Wild Wings is way better, but you go for the experience. Yeah, part of the thing is the ambiance of it, and you're going there usually with your family or some friends. You're not going there necessarily because their food is grade A. You're going there for the atmosphere and the camaraderie of it.
But again, I know people who absolutely love the food.
Oh yeah. People like me with dead taste buds. Oh, I'll eat that shit all day.
Honkies love the food.
Like I said, potatoes, man, that's my jam. I'm somehow genetically engineered to pretty much eat anything with a potato in it.
Satsu says, I'm pretty sure Church's uses MSG, so that's not fair, Monk. MSG is good.
Yeah, that shit's flavor, man. They're trying to ban delicious. That's what they're trying to ban with MSGs.
Honkies were like, oh my God, it tastes good. Get rid of it quick.
Yeah, it's like garlic to a vampire.
Some of y'all got way too much of your European ancestry, and you're like, ooh, turnips, yum.
Oh, God. Oh. I cannot eat most German food because it's
gross.
Yeah, like sauerkraut.
That is so nasty.
What torture is that?
Oh,
Did the Spanish Inquisition invent that the day after they came up with Rome?
I like salt too, guys. I am a honky, but there are other spices. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, you know, say what you will about the British and their garbage cuisine. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have curry.
Fair enough,
they
I
came
guess.
Up with that shit. So I'll give them that one. But you had to take over a whole country to do that.
Unique Jackalope, thank you so much. Oh, get that off my screen. Last I went to Cracker Barrel was when I graduated boot camp in Oklahoma with my grandparents when they were alive in 2007. Right. And let me ask you a serious question. With that memory, I'm assuming, think ahead to when you have grandchildren. Doesn't that make you, oh, you know, I enjoyed that experience so much, I'm going to take my grandkids there?
Yeah, because it's memorable. You had that good memory with your family.
Fucking internet's pissing me off.
I figured.
It made me forget my point. Oh. What Cracker Barrel should have done is lean with everything being so modernized now. The smart thing to be would have been to play into the nostalgia factor.
Yes. What I would do if I was in charge of Cracker Barrel is leave the knick-knack shit alone. Let it look a little chaotic because that's memorable. You remember chaos more than you remember normalcy.
Sure.
Leave that shit alone. I would expand into like more t-shirts and souvenir shit in the stores because they have all that delicious candy stuff. Get rid of the sports memorabilia that they occasionally have in there for some fucking reason and put like Cracker Barrel shirts and hats in and get rid of the Wi-Fi and focus it on the experience itself. You're here for, you don't call it fine dining and say, come enjoy the memories of Cracker Barrel and lean into that. Make it more old-timey and retro looking.
Make new memories.
Yeah.
Perfect fucking thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But they're like, no, not gonna do that. Look, we made the walls all white, just like the customers.
Well, it reminds me of like new houses. Whenever you see a tour of a new house, the walls are always white or eggshell.
Yeah.
Because that's the baseline. They made it look like a forgettable knockoff of Applebee's.
Yes.
They really did. And I'm not going to let that point go because that is such an important thing is the ambiance of the experience. Yeah, you had a little darker lighting, you had darker walls, and you had all the kitschy shit around, little knickknacks and doodads. If you guys have never been to a Cracker Barrel, think of the movie Waiting at the restaurant they worked at, Shenanigans. That's what it kind of looks like. Probably a little more chaotic, but that is a memorable place. You look like everything else now. And the logo looks completely corporate and forgettable. I mean, it might as well, you could take that sign and put it in the Soviet bloc. It would have blended in perfectly because everything looks very bland and samey. There's nothing unique about it. Where you had the old guy with the barrel, that was iconic. Just like Aunt Jemima, you're getting rid of what made your company recognizable.
Hang on. We have some people arguing with us about our takes on different foods. Bubba says, most Americans seem to think sauerkraut is the principal food in Germany. Okay, I got to stop you right there because I don't think it's the principal food in Germany. I think sauerkraut is bad enough that everything made in Germany is suspect.
Yes, because it's the one most people have had when they're like, because it's a side dish, you end up with it. If you order like sausage or something, they always throw fucking sauerkraut on there for some goddamn reason. Shit's disgusting. Stop it.
Goes on to say, try some chanterelle mushrooms and butter. Thurgering, I don't know what that is. Potato dumplings. Yeah, tasty. Potato in bread. Sorry.
Okay. You're making me hungry, but like I like potato. I like dumplings. Okay.
But you're not going to tell me that a potato dumpling has a lot of flavor.
Yeah. Look, there's a lot of reasons for food stereotyping. When you think of the UK, you think of fish and chips, and it's going to be greasy and probably overrated. That's usually the case. If you think of Germany, you're thinking of sausage and kielbasa and sauerkraut.
I have to be racist real quick. Sorry. Satsu says, hey, I'm a Negro, but I like sauerkraut. Well, that's because you're a Negro in the U.S. And when your ancestors were here, we fed them a bunch of really bad stuff.
Yeah.
And so you're just used to nasty tasting shit. Just saying.
Yeah. Satsu, we ever hang out and go to a restaurant, you can have all of my sauerkraut.
You can have all of it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to eat that shit. It's gross. And I'll probably complain that it's even touching my food because it's not food. That's just torture.
I feel the same fucking way about guacamole. That is nasty as shit, and I don't like it, and I don't want it touching my food.
I've become largely indifferent toward guacamole because I do like avocados on sandwiches, but I'm not going to eat that shit by itself. It's got to be with something.
I'm white as fuck, and I love collard greens. I like collard greens, too, if they're cooked right. I doubt you're just out there munching on them out of the field because without flavoring, they're kind of gross. They're like any other green veggie. Mustard
I don't
greens
know.
At least have more of a kick to them.
Yeah. Well, I don't even like collard greens. And if you hand me a Brussels sprout, we might fight. That's fucking disgusting.
There would be uproar from young people if there's not Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a must-have. Welcome to the 2020s. Thank you, Saffron. You can have Wi-Fi in a Cracker Barrel.
I think they should get rid of it and make it about the experience of it. Because if there's we don't have Wi-Fi. A lot of these young people, especially, need to learn what life is like without it.
Frankly, I don't understand why there's Wi-Fi in restaurants anyway. But I mean, I'm not totally against.
Could download CP. I don't know.
I guess when we go out to eat, I have my phone with me in case somebody needs to get a hold of me, but it's sitting on the table face down, and I'm not paying any attention to it.
Yeah, well, that's how you should have it. But
I don't understand people that are like, I need to go out unless you don't have Wi-Fi or stuff in your home. Okay, I get it, but like. People who are clearly plugged in at home were like, I need to take my laptop to McDonald's so I can have a Egg McMuffin while I type.
And what happens when you have people like that with the free Wi-Fi? They stay there for hours, buy one thing that's like $1, and they don't do anything except hog up space that somebody else could be sitting at. So I am a big fan of getting rid of Wi-Fi in most public places.
I like having Wi-Fi in stores. Because if I'm looking for something and either they don't have it or I get there and it's really expensive, I like to look it up and see if I can find it somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't hook up to any public Wi-Fi because you're gonna get hacked.
I never use Wi-Fi. I just use my phone signal for that shit. I don't even hook up to my Wi-Fi on my phone at home.
I will because I tend not to pay my bill.
Fair enough. It's just extra strain on my shitty internet. Anyway, long story short, all other food sucks and Jaguar is really gay and they should have seen this coming.
They really should have. This was predictable.
I put bacon or ham hocks in mine. That's cheating. And if you want hot, see, you're talking about how you make it taste better because it don't taste good. I'm just saying.
Right? That's like when you put cheese on Brussels sprouts. You're trying to disguise the taste of the fucking Brussels sprout.
That's like the pumpkin spice Americans out there. I love coffee. I just don't want to taste it.
Yeah, and I want half a gallon of sugar in there.
Yeah. No, I love coffee. Well, here's some black coffee. Oh, I can't drink that.
I want to mix my sugar with liquid sugar and then put it in coffee.
Talking about collard greens. Yeah. No, I got what you were talking about because I just assumed. I wasn't. Oh, you thought I meant putting bacon in sauerkraut? That's a crime against humanity. That's a waste of bacon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Geneva Convention has banned that.
Look, there's lots of stuff we put more flavoring in to make it better or to make it palatable. But that just means that the base thing isn't really that good. Collard greens are fine, but like I said, nobody's going out and chewing on it while it's growing in the field. Like I have my tomato plants out there. I go out there all the time, just pick one off and throw it in my mouth. Nobody's doing that with collard greens.
That's fair.
Literally nobody. Just saying. Anyway, I do love how ethnically diverse their men in dresses were. Good on you, Jaguar, for finding that. Did you see Snoop Dogg got in trouble?
Yeah, I did.
I was watching P Dog the other day. Yesterday, right? P Dog, where he brought it up. And Snoop Dogg got in trouble because over the weekend he went to the movies with his grandson. And I don't know what movie they went to, but in the movie, there's a gay female couple who had a baby, and Snoop's grandson was like, how'd that happen? Because two girls can't make a baby. The child understood this. The writers of the movie did not. But he backlash for pointing this out and going, I don't need conversation because
you broke up a little. Can you repeat that?
Oh, I'm breaking up again. Am I back? Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. He just said he shouldn't be having to have that conversation with watching a kid's movie with his grandson. And he's right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
The nonsense that's being pushed on kids and stuff. Look, you can be two girls and go adopt a baby or let somebody knock you up for your lesbian baby or turkey baste it, I guess. But when it comes to the reality of the situation, two girls never make a baby. I know they tried to pull that in The Acolyte, but no, you need a penis in there somewhere.
You're a monster.
But just like, do you remember when the whole trans thing starts blowing up? Snoop is one of the guys who comes out and he's like, this is fucking stupid. And they blasted his ass.
Yeah.
Because he was just being honest. You're like, no, what? That's a dude. And they're like, hey, you better get back on the plantation, boy.
Look, he had enough pull to not get canceled at the time, but now they are trying to cancel him. And it's not going to work.
At the time, if I remember, didn't he come out with one of those I didn't know I wasn't supposed to talk like this kind of things?
Yeah, it did one of those sad public apology tours.
Yeah. But I don't know why he's getting any kind of shit. They should be going after that kid. He's the one that said it.
I mean, yeah, that kid's already probably going to get canceled anyway.
Hey, dumbass white liberals, why don't you go after the black kid? I wish I had a cricket sound on a soundboard.
Oh, I am not touching that one.
I just hate this stupid shit. The Arlington thing where they had that rally because letting girls go hang out in girls' locker rooms with their dicks out. They're rewriting the history of that now, Jag. Like this.
Oh, yeah. His internet hates him today. Real quick. Thank you, Johnny Hellcat. When I was a kid, my dad forced me to eat Brussels sprouts, even after both my mom and I told him it was a bad idea. And that's how I ruined Thanksgiving. Ew.
Son of a bitch. Am I back now?
Yes, you are. Thank you, Johnny. And I'm sorry you had to ruin Thanksgiving for that.
Oh, I was talking about the Arlington thing.
Yeah.
They're trying to retell that history, and no, everybody knew that guy was supporting him being in those bathrooms. He got away with being there for several complaints about this guy before it's finally taken up with the police and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're trying to be like, no, they're just using this one freak to go after all trans people. It's Arlington, Virginia. I don't know if you know much about Arlington, but it's not exactly a major metropolis, right?
Yeah, it's
the number of the number of trans people that actually exist. You're talking about your actual dysphoric people is less than 1% of 1%. So you are changing all of these rules that do end up allowing a pedophile to be hanging out in a little girl's room for one guy who there's a teacher is at one of these conferences where they're trying to redo this, Jack. And I'd play the video, but it's really quiet. That's why we're not. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's not your day, man.
Piss me off. I think it's P Dog because his show's coming up soon, and he's like, "I'm gonna get this fucker off the air." I'm on to you. But anyway, so this teacher, trans teacher, trans woman, of course, because the other way doesn't happen that often, says that they couldn't even use the bathroom if these people get their way, because like they actually say this. I had to go to the bathroom just a few minutes ago. Nobody needed to know that, freak.
Yeah, weird. Thanks for sharing your weirdo bathroom habits. Gross.
I couldn't have used the bathroom. Like, why not? You would have just had to use the boys' room.
Yeah, or the staff bathroom. Why are you going to the kids' bathrooms anyway? The staff have their own bathrooms normally.
When did they get rid of the boys' bathrooms? Because all they're saying is that you'd have to use the bathroom that aligns with your gender that was noticed at birth. And they're like, no, I couldn't even pee. Well, the only way that would be real is if they outlawed boys' bathrooms, because that's where you should be peeing, fucker.
No, that's a stunning and brave woman, and they are standing on principle. Although they can stand up to pee, they don't wish to. You monster, you're a bigot.
I mean, they go from, hey, we don't want predators in the bathroom to, I'll never be allowed to pee.
Yeah.
Thank you, Saffron. Old black rapper is behind the times. More shocking breaking news at the hour. Yeah. Well, the dirty little secret that they've never liked talking about with the black community and gay and trans stuff is only Muslims dislike the gay and trans stuff more than black people.
Yeah, it's a little frowned upon in the black community.
Yep.
Even still, it's pretty much on the low. So,
well, that's why they went after Snoop so hard when this all first blows up. Not now, but the original Caitlyn Jenner shit is because they had to let black people know, shut up, don't speak your minds. You listen to what we tell you. Not one of these assholes who are always like, we need to listen to the black experience was like, oh, we should hear Snoop Dogg out on this.
Right? Like we should hear his perspective on this. No, it's wrong.
Yeah, it was just like, shut up. You will say what we tell you to say. And
let me speak for you.
It's fucking gross, man. They're so racist.
Of course they are. It's fucking Democrats.
Look, I'm racist when it comes to food because white people, you really do need to step it up. But these are actual racists who I don't understand how black people don't see how they're used by Democrats. I really don't. I see it with the disabled community, Jack. They love me if I'm on their side on something. Otherwise, it's fuck you, you cripple.
You're a useful prop when needed, monkey.
Yeah. If I was on their side for ramps, they'd be like, look at this poor cripple guy. Because I'm like, fuck, if you can't walk up the ramp, you can't go in. They're like, oh, can't believe you'd say that.
Oh, he's been brainwashed by the magatards.
I see it. LOL, he says, spells Democrats with KKK. I like that. Ain't really hiding it. They're not. That's the funniest part is they're not hiding it at all. Little black children are too dumb to know what a computer is. In 2024, that bitch said that. Maybe it was 2023.
Either way, it's still pretty stunning that anyone would say that. Like, first of all, you go to an American school, you've encountered a computer somewhere in your life, probably at school too. So that's stupid. Also, who the fuck says shit like that? That's gross, man.
Jaguar thing is still kind of relevant to what we're talking about. But since you pointed that out, let's see if I have a kitten I haven't shown recently or haven't shown because it is kitten time. Showed that kitten yesterday. I know I got a bunch of them, and they all kind of got buried from other shit people send me. What I'm saying is I need more kitty pictures, guys.
He needs fresh ones.
I need fresh ones so that I know which ones I'm looking at.
Monkey demands tribute in the form of kitten pics.
Here we go. Here's a kitten being jealous of the dog being pet. Oh, I love that. Oh, our friend Mike Harlow just got a kitty cat, and in the video that he shows, he's got red lighting in his room. You're gonna ruin your eyes that way, Mike. But it looks like the cat is wearing a calico mask.
Oh,
it's so cute. Anyway, let me get this donation. Thank you, JB. What are they expecting? Snoop has beaten murder charges, even wrote a song about it. If they want to go hard on him over this, they are dumb as fuck. But again, it worked last time, so we'll see. And even if you watch the video of him telling this story, he knows he's getting in trouble as he's telling the story.
Yeah, he doesn't care. He's made millions of dollars. He's still going to be famous, even if they cancel him. And he hasn't really done much in the past several years anyway.
I do have a problem with the Snoop Dogg video, and it's this. Snoop, you should not be clean shaven. You look weird as fuck clean shaven, bro.
He looks kind of old.
Yeah. He's grow the beard back, man, because fuck.
Yeah,
and
or at least the Van Dyke. Like,
this is coming from somebody who needs to wear facial hair as well, so that I don't look weird. You look weird as fuck without it, dude. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up here, mostly because I need to go use the boys' room, and thank God I have one in my house, Jack.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you didn't, you'd be in trouble.
I would. I'd never be able to pee again. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us. Thank you so much for the donations. You guys are awesome. He is old, but if you haven't seen the clip, look at the clip without his facial hair. He looks so old without it. Jack, anything you want to show?
Yeah, I'll drop some links to some cool videos. As always, thank you guys so much for all the support you give us. It is greatly appreciated. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for the donations. Keeps the show going, and we really, really appreciate it.
It's unisex. Actually, it's una creature, because Phoebe breaks in on me peeing all the time. It's been 4 years. You'd think I would know to click the door instead of just shutting it. Wait till I hear the click, but I'm not that smart.
We all make mistakes at some point, Monkey.
And every time I'm shocked that she breaks. I'm like, God damn it. And then she just comes in and stares at me, and they'll leave. I'm like,
just making sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing in there. Pooping in the magic water fountain.
No long outro because of the aforementioned issue. Jack,
real quick. Thank you, JB. Money for Jack. No witty comment. No need to read this out loud. Well, too late. Thank you, JB.
Guys, hit that like button on your way out, and go check out P Dog Nights. He will be live here in a couple of minutes or is he live now? Are you live still? He does that to me sometimes. P Dog Night, the Morning Night Live. Check it out. And thank you guys. Jack, a pleasure as always.
Always glad to be here, dude.
Be well. We love you. We'll see you on the next one. Bye now.
Bye, everybody.
I am singing instead of peeing. You guys are giving me a UTI.